from your eyes. So if you watch a 3D presentation anywhere using dual projectors, in many cases you'll run into problems where one eye is brighter than the other, and that's very bothersome in 3D. That won't happen here. The system is monitoring and adjusting. And you can extrapolate all the other neat things that if we're getting feedback, that's what our image enhancer can correct. Bad pixels, color uniformity, a suite of things. And they all work together to maintain reliability. And that's one of the big things we want with this system. Turn it on, walk away. Connect it up to your theater management system. You have a suite of projectors in the building and download everything to it. So it's self-servicing, self-diagnostics. The idea is that if you have a problem with your system, you'll get a phone call from us telling you that there's a problem before you phone us, in most cases.
One thing, if we don't get a question, I want to make sure that you understand that a part of the DCI spec, it's all KDM with compliant, and so therefore you've got great security with this system. It's watermarked, and that's an important thing, and we've got that all nailed together, and Patricia knows a lot about that. She's my certified digital projection.
I just want to come back to the 870, 1570 requirement, and based on that quality threshold, sea monsters would not currently qualify for being shown on an IMAX digital system. I'm wondering what the business issues are that make that currently the case.
We're not going to get into what the business implications are when we're not going to get into the case. I think the thing to keep in mind is that we're this little company that are doing a massive change in a very short period of time. And so right now in the short term, our focus is creating the experience, getting it out into the field, installing the theaters, training the staff, having the run right, and on the content side for where we're releasing to initially, we're covered. You know, the primary source of content is going to be coming from the studios and the DMR runs, and it can be supplemented by those that are with 870 and 1570. We're going to get into those. I mean, we understand that exhibitors want to have access to the full library of content. And so the business issues we're going to get into and hopefully resolve and make everybody happy.
I had a question about the order of magnitude of cost on your hard drive for the delivery of films to theaters. And I don't know if that relates to
It's completely comparable to what Hollywood charges, depending. You know, it's no secret. It's about $250 a DCP for a feature. Will be somewhat more than that, but not a great deal, because we're going to make sure, since we're very small, we're not sending out thousands. We want to make sure that everything's right, so you have the same guaranteed uptime in the film as you do in digital. So we'll be taking a lot of care of those DCPs, and they'll be, as I said, KDM with with a certificate and all that kind of good stuff.
Thanks.
Your alignment system is both electronic and mechanical optical, or is it purely electronic? And in that case, if there's electronic alignment, how do you get in the DCI chain, and how is it compliant with DCI? Because I understand that dual or multiple projection systems where there is electronic alignment creates a break in the control chain, and then you need to have it validated by the DCI chain. Do you get my question?
I'm not sure, to be honest, quite understand the whole question.
I'll be in a nutshell. When you do electronic alignment, you set in a new device in your chain, and that has to be DCI compliant. Is that the case?
That is correct. Every element within our system is DCI compliant.
It's electronically.
It's within the secure entity or with STIPS compliant. So if you were to open the door to try to get to it, the system will shut down, take a picture of it, and call the police. Well, maybe not quite that much.
No, my curiosity is not about the police. It's about the alignment system, because other solutions need to be developed for domes. You maybe have understood I'm a dome manager. So I'm trying to find a system that is DCI compliant and that is the least problematic in terms of quality, But the alignment issue is enormous because you have to include an electronic system, and that system has to be compliant. DCI compliant.
You have to have a black box that does the image manipulation. We have that, it's contained within the system, and the system is DCI compliant.
For any content, whatever studio, whatever
Sure.
source.
If you provide a standard DCP to the system, it will play it. The DCP has to be DCI compliant. IMAX content will be DCI compliant. There's not an issue there. We, in effect, are more compliant than any other manufacturer out there, in that our FIPS compliance is a notch higher than anybody else.
Last question right here.
Hi there. This is Zoom again. I think it looks great from where I'm sitting. I'm really impressed, but I'm kind of worried about the people way in the back, and I'm thinking about the proportions of a normal GT theater, and it seems like that would be kind of cut off about 2 rows behind the middle or something like that. If you were following the same proportion, I was just wondering if you had a standard for screen widths to the back proportion in these theaters, or if you were limiting that in any way, or because I'm just wondering if
I mean,
a very standard cinema experience.
In the field of view, I mean, we're IMAX folks. It's amazing how many people love to sit at the back. Yes, you can. I would never watch an IMAX presentation back there. It's a retrofit. If you want the IMAX experience, you guys know where you should sit. Yes, is it going to be not as immersive back there? Of course. But there's a business factor here. So I knew where you'd sit, and you sat in the right place.
The reality is, when everybody was coming into the auditorium, David and I were talking about this, we were absolutely shocked because we thought everybody's going to want to sit right here. Because the reality, as I said all along, I'm not a technical guy, but the technical guys say, when you want to test and look for motion artifacts and artifacts, you need to be within one screen height of the screen. And so, the best experience in an IMAX auditorium typically is within one screen height of the screen. Having said that, they're playing commercial product. There are people who enjoy the experience in the back. It really is a personal choice. Listen, I want to thank everybody for coming. I mean, it's the end of the week. It's been a long and productive week, hopefully, and we look forward to talking to you again sometime very soon. Thanks again.
Leave your glasses on the seats so we don't have to worry about them outside.